There was a time when every morning for me felt like a nightmare. I was not exactly exhausted, but utterly empty. A new day would begin, but it carried no hope, just a tired repetition. The alarm rings, I hit snooze. I open my eyes to find myself scrolling my phone without thinking. I rush out the door, and then regret settles in before the day has even really begun. And so the meaningless cycle repeats, making me believe I could never break free. But I discovered a truth. Change is not a dramatic flip, but a chain of small decisions. I did not have to turn my life around in just one night. I started with one different action, then another, little by little. And those small steps restored the energy, focus, and peace I thought I had lost. Today, I want to share that journey with you so that you can borrow it, adapt it your own way, and reclaim your mornings for yourself. Step 1. Wake up before the world drags you in. You do not need to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to prove your strength. What you really need is time that belongs only to you. For me, that time is 5:45 inches the morning, not so early as to make me a steel warrior, but enough that the outside world has not yet flooded in with emails, deadlines, or drama. In that rare quiet, I do not touch my phone. I do not negotiate with the covers. I simply sit up, put my feet on the floor, and whisper, "Thank you. Today, I have another chance." That small moment is like I have seized the wheel of my life again. And if you find it hard to rise, try a simple trick. Leave the phone in another room and get a cheap alarm clock. It will not take you to Instagram, but it might open up a different version of yourself. Step 2. A cold shock to awaken the will. I used to think cold showers were torture in disguise. The first time I tried, I hated it down to my bones. But precisely because of that, it works. Comfort whispers to you, stay a little longer, pamper yourself first. But the truth is, discipline is long-term love for yourself. Cold water does not only wake me up, it teaches me toughness. It is like pressing the reset button for the nervous system, forcing me awake with the clear message, get up, there are things to do. Science has shown that exposure to cold spikes dopamine strongly, bringing a natural excitement that lasts. You do not need a coffee immediately. You can generate energy from inside yourself. Let yourself hate it for a few seconds, then spend the rest of the day grateful for the decision. Step 3. Intentional quiet moments. Just 10 minutes. No Wi-Fi, no noise, no rush, just me and my breath. Sounds boring, but the truth is, we have forgotten the art of silence. Every day, our minds are pulled by notifications, messages, work, so much that we believe noise is normal. But it is in silence that clarity appears. Sometimes I meditate, sometimes I pray, sometimes I quietly ask myself, which version of me do I want to be today? It is not about religion, but reconnecting with my values, goals, and purpose. Because if you do not actively steer your new day, then the internet and others will do it for you. In silence, I learn to see the bigger picture, not pulled down by a thoughtless comment or a meaningless meeting. I step out of my seat ready to pilot my day instead of merely being a passenger. These first 3 steps are the foundation that I rebuilt my morning and my life upon. Step 4. Strategy journaling, the compass for your new day. Many people think journaling is only for teenagers with stormy feelings. But for me, writing each morning is not unloading emotions, it is a strategy meeting with my own brain. I write 3 very simple things. What am I grateful for today? What would make this day a success? And one thing I absolutely must avoid, so I do not ruin everything. Sounds small, but those 3 lines are a guiding star. Without them, I lose my way. With them, I stay on course. Once I wrote, do not check email before 10 in the morning. And just that decision saved me from 3 hours of meaningless anxiety. If you think you do not have time to write, try looking at your phone usage report. I bet you wasted hours on social media yesterday. Trust me, You have 10 minutes to invest in yourself. Step 5. Move to awaken emotion. I used to fool myself. Exercise later is fine. And the result? That later never came. Now I prioritize movement before the sun has had a chance to rise. Because I discovered a truth. Motion creates emotion. Want clarity? Move. Want confidence? Move. Want to shake off the sluggish, heavy feeling? Move. You do not need to become an athlete. You can stretch, walk briskly, dance to a few songs, do yoga, or lift weights. What matters is sending the message to your body. Today, we take control. For me, that is 25 minutes of weightlifting mixed with uphill walking. Sweat falling on the floor is not just physical. It is a mental declaration. I showed up for myself before the world demands anything from me. And when you act from a place of initiative, you stop asking, "Can I manage?" Step 6. Energy check. The armor for your mind. Your energy does not come only from coffee. It comes from inner balance. After working out, I always spend a few minutes asking, am I calm or agitated? Am I focused or scattered? What tension am I carrying? Because your feelings will soon become actions, and actions will create results. If my mind is foggy, I stop and take deep breaths. If I am overburdened by my to-do list, I write it all down to ease the weight. If I feel anxious, I remind myself loudly, this moment does not define me. My reaction does. Energy leaks. A teasing message or a harsh comment can derail a whole day. This habit of checking my energy is like an invisible armor, keeping my focus and peace from being stolen. These 3 steps help me build internal pillars: clear thinking, a body full of energy, and a steady mind. This is a launching pad to enter the rest of the morning with proactivity and confidence. Step 7. Eat to fuel, not just to fill. This is not a nutrition lecture, but a simple truth. Garbage in yields, garbage out. Before, I hastily chose sweet cereals, toast, or even morning snacks. And by 10 o'clock I was falling like a phone with a dead battery in a Wi-Fi storm. Now I choose food with purpose. Enough protein, slow digesting carbs, abundant water. Simple things. A few eggs, oats, chia seeds, a green smoothie, or a glass of lemon water. When I treat my body as an engine needing quality fuel, my brain understands this message. Today I have an important mission. Food is not just something to fill the stomach. It is how you program energy, focus, and endurance. Step 8. Skincare, a ritual of self-respect. This may sound trivial, but every time I wash my face in the morning, I treat it as a ritual, not only cleansing, but renewing. I wash away yesterday, giving myself a chance to start again. Sometimes with cold water to wake up, sometimes green tea toner or gentle aloe vera gel. Even occasionally, I will apply raw honey for a few minutes, then wash it off. These acts do not turn me into a skincare model, but they remind me I deserve to be treated kindly. And when you look in the mirror and see a face that is treated with care, you will behave like someone who knows their own worth. Step 9. Create before consuming. In the past, I began my mornings with screens, news, memes, arguments, chaos, and just minutes in, my mood was programmed by the outside world. Now, it is different. I create first, write some ideas, sketch a plan, record a thought. Sometimes it is writing a script, other times, just a few creative journal lines. What matters is not the outcome, but the state. I produce before I take in. I am the maker, not the reactor. For you, it could be sketching, playing an instrument, planning a business idea, or simply writing 3 inspirational sentences. Just 10 minutes is enough to shape the day because you begin from the standpoint of creator. Conclusion: small wins the great transformation. This chain of habits did not form overnight. I built it like building a house brick by brick, foundation by foundation. No miracles, no magical hack, just one small step, then another. Waking up a little earlier, turning off the phone, sitting in silence, writing something you are grateful for, eating with purpose, moving for a few minutes, and so on. Those little victories accumulate into something great. The goal is not a perfect morning, but mastering your morning. And when you master your morning, you stop chasing life, you begin creating it. If these insights help you pause, breathe, and reflect, leave a little sign, like this. Comment the habit you want to try starting tomorrow. And do not forget to follow if you want more simple tools, yet with enough power to make your mind, body, and life shine brighter. This is your time. Begin as early as tomorrow morning.